Previously on Loonsville. No, stop, don't. Oh.
Shut up, bitch.
Stop, Ma, stop. Oh my God. So we've talked about Chucky, we've talked about Dahmer, we've talked about Halloween, but now let's get into something we all really weren't expecting and something that people were absolutely shitting on the interwebs. Yeah, that's right, bitches. I'm talking about Hellraiser.
Were they shitting on Hellraiser?
Oh yeah, remember? Because they cast a woman as the priest.
Oh. I mean, they have plenty of reasons to not like it now.
They were like, you can't make Pinhead a woman. Well, they didn't. Pinhead doesn't exist.
Well, actually, Pinhead is sexless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's talk about Hellraiser.
Chick was getting railed doggy style, and then credits.
That was the entire movie.
Mm-hmm. It is in my edit.
Well, my edit is after he goes, I love you, and she's like, what the fuck?
You know what? I'm glad you said that. I'm going to make an edit now. I'm going to make an edit where they're just doing it. He gets up, says, I love you. And then it just cuts to her stabbing him. And then the credits roll.
Be a better movie. Okay, so I didn't hate the movie. To me, it feels like it was made for kids that are getting into horror. It's like one of those starter movies where they water everything down. And they're like, oh, you're ready for a little bit of gore now. You've graduated a little bit. It's like 7th grade to 8th grade.
Yeah, that made for TV horror.
Yeah, it's like you moved up. You're not watching Blumhouse anymore.
That Morbius horror.
Annabelle. You graduated from Annabelle. Now it's time for a little bit of gore.
You've seen Paranormal Activity, but are you now ready? Annabelle Creation. Oh, you've seen that? Well, let me put some water on some of the most gruesome horror ever made. Heckraiser. Yeah, I thought the movie was good, primarily because the bar had been set so low by a lot of the previous movies and sequels to the original. Hellraiser's great. Hellraiser 2 is good. Hellraiser 3 is decent.
And the rest suck.
And the rest of them just progressively got more, what the fuck? It's just weird. There's one where Pinhead is trapped in a wall. There's one where Pinhead's trapped in the internet. There's one where Pinhead's in space. It's like they just ran out of ideas for stuff and were just putting shit on a wall and then throwing darts at it. And I think rebooting the franchise was a good play.
It was.
And I think they made some good choices for doing it, but I also think they made some bad choices, namely just like the watering down of it. Like just make the movie, all right? Just make it brutal and like fucking damn near X-rated. You could have made it not rated. It was going straight to Hulu.
That would have been nice. Yeah, I mean, Hellraiser was always supposed to push boundaries, and it didn't push anything.
Yeah, the Hellbound Heart definitely pushes boundaries.
And this one didn't push anything. This one was just, we're going to play safe. There were good things, like the Cenobites looked good.
Yeah, if this was pudding, it was rice pudding. I don't want rice pudding. I want like that key lime pie pudding. Or, I don't know, chocolate with some hidden peanut butter cups in there. I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Give me something.
The Cenobites look cool. That's,
Cenobites did look cool. Costume design was great. SFX were great. The only problem with the SFX that I had was the hand wound on her brother and a couple of other people's. Well, actually, the one on her brother was the only one that looked kind of gruesome.
Yeah.
The rest of them were pretty weak, and that was the only time you saw blood. Like, the very end of the movie, it shows one of the main guys from the beginning of the movie that originally obtains the puzzle box and unleashes the Cenobites and all this shit.
Turned into a Cenobite.
It shows him at the end of the movie being torn apart and changed into a Cenobite himself. But there's no blood. His skin is being ripped back and shit, and he's not bleeding at all.
I guess like it would make sense since he's turned into a Cenobite. I mean, it doesn't make sense like logically, but it makes sense for that, I guess, maybe. But the deaths of like the friends, they weren't anything special.
No, and it doesn't even show them getting taken or anything. I mean, a couple times it shows the hooks going into people and them getting pulled away, but that's it. That's the last time you see them. I don't want that. That's like off-screen shit.
Actually, yeah, you're right. None of the people actually get ripped apart on screen other than the first guy. And then a Cenobite does.
I mean, does the first guy even get ripped apart on screen?
No, he kind of just.
He gets hooked and mounted and shit, but I don't remember him getting ripped apart.
Well, they pull it. They pull, but they like. I don't think you actually see it because it's focusing on the guy looking at the puzzle box. But the only one that actually like gets ripped off like full on screen is a Cenobite.
And I mean, I don't mean to sound like a gorophile or anything, but I want that shit in a Hellraiser movie. I want some nasty, dirty, filthy fucking Cenobite sex on top of a body getting pulled apart. You know, I mean, we come from the edges of experience. Like, no, you don't. You came from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I think they would come up with something better than hooks later.
Saw this shit on Fox at 9 p.m. They just, I don't know. Those aren't good enough reasons to hate on the movie or hate the movie as a whole, I guess I should say. I just felt like,
It's just really watered down.
yeah, I felt like the movie was lacking because they cut out all of, I don't know, the intense elements that make
Everything.
Hellraiser. Like you said, you know, it pushes boundaries. It was supposed to. It did originally. Like that was the whole narrative of it, is pushing experience, and don't think they did that at all.
It's just like putting Kool-Aid in the ocean.
I mean, this could have been a Conjuring sequel, for God's sakes.
It seemed like it. I did kind of like the interactions with the group of people. I mean, they were always fighting with each other, and then when things go down, they're still fighting with each other. So it's not like they ever really got along. I didn't really like the whole like twist thing where the one guy was in on it the entire time. That was kind of like, really?
I kind of saw that coming and was hoping that it wasn't the case. Just because, I mean, he goes to a shady warehouse and rips off a safe in a shipping container. And, I mean, if you're a petty thief, there's no reason you choose such a fucking hard target to acquire, A. And B, like, you see the apartment she's living in, and there's 3 people living there.
Yeah.
Like, that's what they can afford. And you go to his, and it's like a penthouse suite, all fucking immaculate. I was like, he's getting money from somewhere, but he's out robbing people. Like, there's some shady shit to this character.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was hoping that he was just a drug dealer.
Well, then it was like he didn't want it to, like, he just tried to get her to stop. And then, so he does care, but the original plan was for it to be her. So it's just like, dude, you're flip flopping. I don't,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I understand later on learning that once you could, if you poke a fucking Cenobite with it, they'll take the Cenobite. I understand going, oh, we don't need to kill any more people. We could just poke Cenobites. But
Yeah, but that didn't add to the souls acquired by them.
yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I would have just fucking. Why? Yeah, I don't get it. Why are the Cenobites freaking out, talking about we need souls? Why just stab each other? Here, you take the box, fucking stab each other, and let me know how it goes.
I don't think that's the souls they want, though. I think it was more of a fluke. Fuck, we got to do it now. This counts, but fuck you. And then he was like, no, we could just do the Cenobites. Like, after, like, he realizes, and then the big asshole was like, nope, we're doing it now, and I don't care who's dying, because he's got the thingy that looked fucking stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Twisting his nerves.
That's not what nerves look like.
No.
And also, they just don't wind forever. Like, eventually, it would rip them off.
Well, yeah, but it's supposed to just tweak it to a point where it doesn't. But, I mean, that's the theory. It's not what they show, but that's the theory.
Yeah. I mean, had it showed once that they tweak it and then release, like pull them taut and then release them back to normality or whatever, I mean, I would have bought into that a little more. I think the design and look of it was too big and stupid.
Dumb.
I don't know. I didn't care for the giant pyramid in the sky, the Leviathan design coming down.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't dumb or anything like that, but I think they also did a play on that in Hellraiser 3.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think the design in the third one looked better, because I think that actually does exist in the lore of Hellraiser. And I don't know. I didn't like the way that they did it.
I don't either. And maybe I don't really have a lot to say about it, because it was just like, it's super watered down. I think I was hoping for something it was never going to be. And
yeah, me too. I mean, I got things that I did want, you know.
Like what?
Well, I wanted the Cenobites to be designed well. They were. They looked
Yeah,
good.
they were.
I wanted the priest to go back to just being the priest and do away with Pinhead and also make the priest good. I wanted the priest to not suck, and I don't think it did.
No, they did a good job.
And I thought that the actress did a great job.
Actually, all the cast did good. Like the acting was good, and the cinematography was good,
Yeah,
and the direction was good, and the makeup was good.
I just feel like all of the elements that they removed, it took it down too far.
There was a lot of effort put into the aesthetics, but you need more than that to make
Yeah,
a good movie.
you need substance to the actual movie.
Yeah, which it doesn't have. But they did a good job for what they had with what they had. The movie's not good, I don't think. And I can't really recommend it.
Can't really recommend it.
The people who worked on it, the people that worked on it, like who acted and makeup and the lighting and the direction was pretty good. Like the cinematography was good. It's just everything that that needs to actually be good wasn't there. And
Agreed. And I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, it's hard to say. I hope that they do more, but at the same time, they're not going to bring back the whole idea behind it and push boundaries and make people kind of cringe when they watch it. Then I don't think there's a point to doing it.
no, but if you want to read good Hellraiser stuff, read Hellbound Heart, and the comics are good.
I have not seen any of the comics.
Ooh, they're good.
I have read the Hellbound Heart.
I think Nightbreed also has a comic series.
Nightbreed does have a comic series. I'm actually really I don't want to say impressed, I guess, but I guess that's the only word I can think of. There's there's a crossover between Hellraiser and Nightbreed.
Oh, like Clive Barker verse.
Yeah, it's I don't think I don't know if Clive Barker himself has anything to do with it, but it exists. And are you ready for the title?
Night Razor.
Jihad.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know if he's like involved or if he's just like they're basing it off his characters, but his name's on it.
Yeah, it's from the worlds of Clive Barker. Clive Barker's Hellraiser also has his name on it. Clive Barker's Nightbreed has his name on it. The comics just say from the world of. I mean, the comics where they mash the two up.
Mm.
I've never
Oh,
actually seen any of them, but I might have to get one and just see if it's any good. I feel like those worlds are kind of.
I like the Hellraiser ones.
I don't know.
I do like the Hellraiser comics. I haven't read the Nightbreed ones, but I've seen the movie and I've read Cabal.
Yeah, I used to love Nightbreed. I used to watch that all the time as a kid.
Did you read Cabal? That's what it's based off of. It's pretty good. Good story.
I don't I don't think I did. I saw Nightbreed before I ever really started reading stories like that, or I shouldn't say stories like that. I should say more authors
Yeah.
in that world. I mean, I grew up reading like Stephen King and Dean Koontz and like the popular ones that aren't as good.
Mm. Yeah. Um, I liked Clive Barker. I mean, I still do. I don't think he's put out anything recently, though.
No, I don't think Clive Barker has written anything in the last 20 years.
But yeah, the Hellraiser comics are worth checking out. I don't know who writes or does the art, but whoever did, they did a good job.
Yeah, they're illustrated very well. I was looking at pictures when I looked up the crossover.
Nightbreed was like a weird fucking, like it's great, but it's almost like a step up from you're a kid and you watch Little Monsters, and then you're like, now it's fucking Nightbreed time.
Yeah, so the last thing Clive Barker wrote is an urban fantasy slash modern day fantasy called Sacrament, and that was in 1996.
Hmm.
So it's been 26 years since he wrote anything.
Hmm. Crank out some more books, Clive Barker.
Yeah, right? Yeah, definitely check those out. I mean, if you want to. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. You should also check out Hellraiser. I mean, it was worth watching. I don't know. Especially if you're like a preteen that wants to watch horror movies, it's perfect for you. Your parents will love it.
I would hope that
Oh,
you're
there's
not a
nothing bad in this. She's just
preteen listening to
taking it
this.
in the.
I mean, I have a mouth on me, and I don't think you need to hear about cum shots or fucking gourds.
I disagree. If you're a preteen listening to this podcast, you need to make better life choices. I'll agree with that.
Most people should make better life choices.
Yep. I've been doing it for years now, and it's working out pretty well.
I haven't, and it's been working about the same as it usually does.
Generally, how it goes.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. There's not much else to say about Hellraiser.
No, there really isn't. That's why I said earlier. It's like I don't know what else to say about it. Makeup's good. If you really like good makeup, it's worth a watch. If you like good movies,
Yeah.
it is not.
I mean, Hellraiser's always great for SFX makeup.
Yeah. I mean,
The Cenobites are always pretty well done.
That's one thing that's consistent.
Yeah.
No matter how shitty the movie is, at least Pinhead looks cool.
Yeah. And I mean, the Chatterer looked great. The other ones looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a little disappointed, you know? I mean, the ones walking around completely naked, and where are the genitals, man? I'm just kidding. Some dong
Yeah, I
hanging.
want to see some floppy chatter dick.
Yeah. Like, sure, his teeth chatter, but what's his dick doing down there?
Yeah, also chatter.
That's what we all really want to know. Is it just sitting there bouncing from the vibrations of his jaw?
No, it also like.
This is cock and balls slapping against each other, chattering.
It's like it's urethra, and it's like.
Oh my god, just open and closing.
Yeah, like that scene from Bruno. Bruno.
I hated that movie.
I liked Bruno, especially that scene, because I wasn't expecting it, and all of a sudden his dick talked. It's like just like the butthole dance and Peak Flamingos. I'm like, whoa.
I don't even want to talk about Bruno. It's like fucking Encanto. We don't talk about Bruno.
Poor Bruno.
Fuck Bruno. The movie, not the Encanto character. He was wrongfully done, man.
So was
Abuela was not kind.
So was the gay reporter Bruno. Was he a reporter?
Yeah, but the movie sucked.
It was great. Well, not great. It wasn't Borat.
God, no, but they were trying to be, and I think that's why it fucking just was awful.
Yeah, it still made me laugh.
Well,
but then later on we learned that Bruno's daughter is a lesbian who goes to a party, and they end up killing all their friends.
Cenobites. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I guess to close out the Hellraiser episode recap, I'm sorry.
Not once did I want to jerk off through it.
Well, it made me want to torque my hog, so I give it 5 stars. This movie did not tickle my taint at all. I give it 0 buttholes.
Yeah, it really didn't. You know, it doesn't take much to get me going. Like, I really like Ultraman because, you know, those really old kaiju movies where they're just hugging and sometimes kicking each other around. There's nothing more sensual than 2 grown men in a rubber suit hugging it out for 5 minutes, you know?
Oh. That's why I loved Power Rangers growing up.
Exactly.
You got one guy dressed up like a gold bat and another dude wearing a giant suit of armor, and they're just out there making Godzilla sounds, and you're like, oh yeah, I need to go.
Yeah.
Somebody get me a really big textbook because I'm going to the bathroom.
They were just like, go, Power Ranger.
Yep. Well, I guess that will be all for us today. Thank you very much for listening. I apologize that Hellraiser was, in fact, not
disappointment.
Great. It's not as bad as the other ones. You should check it out for yourself. Let us know in the comments if you did or did not like the movie. And if you're still here and you made it this far, you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, check out the rest of the stuff we've done.
And please give reasons why you like or dislike stuff.
Yeah, or just leave a comment that is nothing but emojis explaining why you didn't like it. Like a circle with the line through it next to an eggplant. There was no dong.
Explain to me in GIFs why you did not like Hellraiser.
Yeah.
With a Michael Myers.
I mean, if that was possible on YouTube, that would be fantastic. They should allow for GIF comments on YouTube.
They should, and they should all be Michael Myers riding on the back of a motorcycle.
Yeah. I can't wait to find that. All right, y'all. We will catch you in the next episode, hopefully. Please do return. Thank you for listening.
Dun, 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 dun.
We're out.
Theme music.
Ba-dum.
Wah, wah, wah.